tu się dzieje? O! Hej! Witam was w 2022. 7 dzień stycznia. A dopiero pierwszy film nagrywany. Czemu? Byłem kompletnie rozjebany po Sylwestrze i dopiero teraz doszedłem do siebie. Jeszcze miałem szczepionkę, więc kompletnie byłem wyjebany z systemu. Aczkolwiek to jest związanego z moim kanałem teraz. Liga Legend. To było pytanie retoryczne, na które sam odpowiedziałem. I Riot Games zainwestował mi content. 4 filmy. Nie będzie o TFT tym razem, bo nie ma na kanale TFT. Są tylko porady taktyczne. Prawdopodobnie jutro będzie, ale stwierdziłem, że zrobię oglądańsko w postaci jednego filmu, żeby nie było, że nabijam po prostu filmy. Jeden filmik. Przygotowany jestem w miarę. Ale cóż. Zaczynajmy. O, chwila, nie ta scena.
Hi, I'm Ryan Reeve-Morellis, lead on the Champions team at Riot. I'm here today to talk to you about our plans for Champions in 2022. Now, in the last roadmap, I shared that we'd be pushing the next 2 Champion releases into 2022. At the time, we weren't sure how it would impact our schedule, but now we have a clearer picture, so I'd like to share an update. Our goal last year was to release a champion for every lane, with the exception of mid, which would be receiving 2. When we were planning champions for this year, it became clear that we wouldn't be able to target the same goal for 2022, while still giving each champion the time and attention they would need. So we'll be slowing down a little. While we want to get champions out for as many of you as possible, it's more important to us that we release champions when they are ready, even if that means we don't hit a specific quota for the year. Take last year, for example, when we delayed Vex to build out her tech. We were worried about disappointing you all, but when we saw your reaction to her release, we knew we made the
To
right
akurat
call.
prawda.
We know it feels bad to wait over a year for a new champion to play, so we're still gonna aim for a spread of champions for each lane over a multi-year basis. We just might not hit every role every year. We'll probably still make more champions for mid lane, so we can try to hit a good split between mages and assassins.
Bardzo dobrze,
Now
bardzo
let's talk
dobrze.
about some of the new champions coming this year.
Mag Assassin, Kassadin vibes. O!
You wanna mess with him? You got to deal with me first. Again? Oh, come on. Whoa, got to hurry. That's my team you're messing with. Lightning in a gun coming through. If the Chem Barons couldn't keep me down, no one can.
Będzie mieć dasze.
Just a little closer. Woohoo! Got him. Change of plans. Let's make sure we go out with a boom. Wow. I guess Mom was right. The bigger they are, the faster they fizzle.
So our first new champion this year is Zeri, an electrifying neon-colored ADC from Zon. Zeri's a hyperactive bot lane carry whose kit takes inspiration from shooters, specifically from machine guns and assault rifles. She has a pretty unique playstyle for an ADC. So instead of auto-attacking, her Q is a skill shot that she uses to do everything other bot laners would use their auto-attacks for. Zeri still has an auto-attack, it's just not her primary way to farm, do damage, or take objectives. It's meant to be used sparingly at just the right moments. Her auto-attacks also count as spells. This means that they could trigger item effects that normally trigger with spells instead of autos. This leads to a rapid-fire play pattern that we hope feels unique.
Ja pierdolę.
Basically, if you want to play Zeri, my advice is to never stop moving. The next champion we'll be releasing this year is a new enchanter. When we were thinking about the type of support we wanted to make, we looked at the enchanter cast overall. There were a lot of lighthearted, colorful, good-aligned champions there. And we felt support players deserve something more sinister and dark to balance out that cheery brightness in the role. We also wanted to make a champion whose theme and kit make support players feel like the boss that they are. All you support players know what I'm talking about. Those damage carries always get all the credit, but it's always been you, behind the scenes. Keeping them alive with your buffs, constantly saving them from certain death. How could they make all those sick plays without you? And if any of you support players out there know what I'm talking about, then I think you're gonna go berserk over this new enchanter. So after the new dark support, we...
I see it. I see everything. The lavender sea. Purple cities cover the land. She rules over it all. My empress. This is what Runeterra should be, its true form. The city of Belfast shall fall first. Beautiful Remora swimming endlessly through cities of lavender, overwhelming everything in her path, consuming us. We are all saved.
Where am I?
Filming season start? You were kind of rambling, you okay?
Yeah, I'm good. Where was I in the script?
You were just getting ready to tell us about the new jungler?
Oh, yeah.
O Boże. Jungler będzie.
So after the new support, we've been hard at work on a terrifying new jungler who's ramping up to swarm the Rift later this year. I'll just leave it at that for now, since just talking about it is starting to bring back that uneasy feeling.
Okej.
So that's all for new champions, but what
Poczekaj chwilę. Będzie tak. Nowy champion Zone, czyli AD Carry. Będzie nowy support, którego niestety nie domyślam się skąd. I rzeczy będzie z Voidu i to jungler będzie. Albo Darkin. Jedno albo drugie. Ten trzeci Riot to było dog shit. Ale Zeri to będzie pokurwiony champion imo.
VGUs. Later this year, we're releasing the champion you all
Będzie
voted for
pokurwiony.
last year, Udyr. We have a dev blog coming out today that dives deeper into his update. But we do have one small change that we wanted to share here. We know that Udyr's antlers weren't really hitting the mark for many of you, even after the tweaks. And once we got them in game, we also realized they weren't really needed for a unique silhouette. So we removed them. Goodbye, antlers. Be sure to check out the dev blog to see all the awesome progress that the team has made so far on Udyr. But that's not all the news for you VGU fans out there. We will also have a new vote going live today, where we will once again ask you all to vote for a champion to receive a VGU next year. So Shyvana, Nocturne, and Skarner will be returning, but they'll be joined by some new contenders, with Tryndamere and Kog'Maw.
Co kurwa? Kog'Maw? 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 Was chyba pojebało w Riocie.
Make
Pojebało.
sure to check out the poll to learn more about why we chose these 5 champions, as well as our design goals for each of them. And that just about wraps it up for what we want to share today. But before we go, here's a quick teaser for a new, very mysterious, non-traditional bot lane champion we'll be whipping out later this year. Thanks so much for watching, and make sure to check out our newest champion Zeri on PBE or when she releases in a few weeks. I'll see you on the road.
Okej. Dobra. Pierwsza część. Pierwsza część. Pierwsza część. Pierwsza. Co to kurwa miało być? Co? What the fuck is... Kog'Maw do zmiany. W Riocie coś pojebało. Serio. Dobra. Teraz mam następny film o rozgrywce, więc we shall see. Chwila. Dajcie mi. O, dobra.
Hey everybody, I'm Riot Brightmoon, here for the gameplay team on League of Legends, and I'm thrilled to welcome you all to Season 2022. Let's get things started with a quick recap of the changes we made this preseason.
Smoki. Nowe tereny.
Over the last few years, we've usually used preseason to make big changes to one of League's underlying systems, such as items, runes, or the Elemental Rift.
Tak.
With this preseason, we wanted to look at all of our systems and make smaller, targeted improvements across the board. So, we added some items, like a new tank mythic for supports who want to dive into the action, and a new mage mythic for champs who need some help surviving burst damage. There are also new legendaries for tanks, mages, and assassins. You'll see some adjustments to keystone runes, including lethal tempo, which now grants
Dokładnie.
ramping attack speed and increases your attack range. Glacial Augment fires multiple slow rays that also
Glacial
reduce
jest
AoE damage.
pokurwioną runą.
And Prototype Omnistone has retired. Taking its place is a brand new keystone, First Strike, which amplifies your damage and grants gold if you're the one to, well, strike first. Beyond items and runes, we've also expanded the bounty system with the addition of objective bounties. These give your team additional gold for taking epic monsters or turrets if you fall behind. And finally, my personal favorite, dragons.
Te
First
dwa.
up is the new Hextech Dragon, whose soul gives your autos and abilities a chain slow effect. When she takes over the rift,
Jest aż taki zły
Hextech
ten
gates
smok.
appear in set
Akurat.
locations that transport you around the map. And then there's her sister, the Chemtech Dragon. This dragon
To jest
lets you keep on
akurat-
fighting even after death.
Przepraszam, że ci przerwę na chwilę. Ale uważam, że soul do tego smoka powinien zostać znerwiony. Moim zdaniem powinien wyglądać tak, że ma mniejsze statystyki. Da się dawać połowę statystyk lub 3/4 statystyk dla bohatera, który zostaje ożywiony. Aczkolwiek powinien też mieć umiejętności dozwolone. W sensie, że po prostu większy cooldown na umiejętności. W sensie, że można tylko raz użyć praktycznie, kiedy jesteś w trybie zombie. Moim zdaniem to tak powinno wyglądać. Bo to, co jest teraz, to jest lekko pokurwione.
And when she putrefies the rift, camouflage zones appear in the jungle. While these changes are expanding systems, rather than overhauling them, they should still have an impact on your games. We're excited to see your new outplays and big brain strategies, especially now that LP's back on the line and pro play is kicking off soon. As always, we'll be keeping an eye on things, and we'll continue making adjustments in the months ahead. Now let's talk about some of the new changes you'll see this year.
Zobaczmy.
We've been talking about creating more ways to express your personality and achievements as League players for a while now. For some of you, ranked is how you define progress. But for those of you who aren't focused on the climb, there haven't always
Te rangi to są taki dog shit. Dobra, od platyny wyżej są ładne, ale reszta, iron, bronze, silver i gold, to taki kurwa dog shit i sam wygląd tych rank.
been good ways to show off your accomplishments.
To jest dog shit.
So this year, we're launching a new way for you to express yourself in League. Something that probably looks familiar are the redesigned ranked crests. But if you don't want to intimidate your friends with your challenger crest, or maybe your gold one doesn't really match your favorite icon, then we have good news. You'll finally be able to choose your level border from any of the ones.
Finally!
Now, let's get to the really new stuff. Challenges. Challenges track your progress in League in ways that aren't tied to specific champions, like winning the perfect game, soloing Baron, and even dancing with Shelly as the enemy nexus explodes. Each challenge levels up from Iron to Challenger as you make progress. So if you're best at sniping dragons from the enemy team, or maybe your vision control is unmatched, now you can finally prove it. You can showcase any 3 challenges you'd like in loading screens and game lobbies, and you can track all of your progress on your profile. There are 5 categories of challenges. Veterancy challenges track stuff you achieve mostly by playing League over time, like earning mastery points, securing first bloods, and dodging skill shots. The next group is expertise. Whereas veterancy gets you points for playing a lot, expertise asks you to do it with finesse. This includes mechanical and technical skills, like dodging multiple skill shots in a row, fully stacking mage eyes before 20 minutes, or stealing the enemy jungler's buffs.
Ciekawe.
Teamwork and strategy challenges reward you for mastermind plays and working together as a team. Winning games with an open nexus, getting kills by roaming, and winning clash games are all good examples. If you like showing off the things you've collected, or maybe you just take pride in
Ale mało skinów ma.
then the collection category is for you. Collection challenges include things like unlocking skins and summoner icons, rekindling Eternals, and even progressing through other challenges. And finally, imagination challenges track some of the more unique things you do in League. Hitting snowballs in ARAM, surviving a fight with a single digit of health, and taking down enemies in their own fountain are just a few examples. Like with individual challenges, the performance of each category also ranks up, from Iron to Challenger. So if you swear you're a mechanical god with moves like Mako, now you have a way to prove it. In addition to these 5 categories, there are also legacy challenges, which are earned by being part of historic League tournaments or are only progressible during set periods of time. Some challenges track your progress within each season, and there's even one that shows if you're a battle-scarred player who's been here since beta. The progress you make across all challenges feeds into your challenge crystal, which upgrades as you go. Certain challenges also come with regional leaderboards, which work a lot like the ranked ones. There's a limited number of Grandmaster and Challenger slots, so you'll need to keep making progress to hold on to that rank. Finally, you can show the world you've completed some of the more difficult challenges with titles, which are earned when you hit certain milestones. For example, winning a lot with an open nexus will earn you the title the Comeback Kid. Other titles include KDA Player, Flame Horizon, and Unkillable Demon King. All of the identity changes will be rolling out over the next few months, and we'll continue adding more new challenges throughout the year.
Kurwa. Panie League of Legends Polska, czemu przetłumaczyliście KDA na ZZA? Kurwa. Mogliście chociaż w nawiasie dodać, Imo.
Before I go, I've got a quick note to share with you on Ranked this season. Last year, we softened the Ranked reset so that you'd start closer to where you ended the year before. But it ended up being a little bit too soft. Some of you who dove headfirst into Ranked started losing more LP than you were gaining because your rank overtook your MMR too quickly. And that sucks. This season, we're resetting ranks to a more traditional degree, and paired with tuning adjustments we made last year, your MMR and LP will stay closer together, making your climb smoother throughout 2022. That's all I have to share with you today. I hope the new year
Jezu,
brings you
jak...
a little joy,
Mam nadzieję, że chociaż
and
będzie...
endless fun with friends. Thank you so much for watching.
Proszę. Jezu, żeby to... Wbijanie rank było lepsze niż w tym roku. Dobra. I have... next one.
Hey everyone, I'm John,
Kurwa.
aka Bellissimo,
Czemu teraz napisy są na górze? No Riot Games.
the product lead for
Come
personalization
on.
events
Nasze
on
League
League
of
of
Legends
Legends.
Polska. Come on,
Let's jump
come
right into our
on.
plans for the new year.
Góreczki najważniejsze.
Okay, we've been talking about improving League's event passes for years, but it's actually happening in 2022. For real this time. This summer, we're launching a new event pass that should make your progress and rewards easier to follow. Event tokens are still at the heart of the system, but you'll earn from a new rewards track. Play matches,
Co to kurwa jest? League of Legends zamieni się w Fortnite. Oh, sheesh.
and complete missions to make progress, and collect emotes, loot, and essences all along the way. Then, like today, convert your tokens for the rewards that you care about the most, like exclusive chromas or the event's prestige skin.
Ładnie
Over
to
the
wygląda.
past year,
Mimo.
we've experimented with some bigger adjustments, but something that we've heard from you all is that the power to choose your rewards with tokens is something you really like about League's event system. So rather than reinvent the wheel, we focused on making event progress clear and more satisfying. Now, if you were watching closely, you may have noticed a new type of essence in the reward track. Along with the new event pass, we're also going to be completely revamping League's Mythic content, which includes Hextech skins, Prestige skins, and Gemstones. The new purple essence you saw is Mythic Essence, which will replace Gemstones and Prestige points as League's main rare currency moving forward. You'll be able to get Mythic Essence in all of the same places you get Gemstones and Prestige points today, and Mythic Essence never expires. When Mythic Essence launches in a few months, Gemstones and Prestige points will retire. Until then, the final Prestige point shop will remain open, so be sure to spend all your points because they won't transfer over. Gemstones, on the other hand, will be automatically converted into Mythic Essence, so feel free to hoard them to your heart's content. You'll be able to use your Mythic Essence in the new rotating Mythic Shop, which has an assortment of different goodies, but two main types of skins. We've consistently heard that Hextech skins just really aren't hitting the mark for a skin line that's supposed to be rare and valuable. So we've decided to introduce seasonal mythics. Seasonal mythics will have a new thematic each year. For 2022, we're developing Ashen Knights, where ancient warriors once fought to rid the world of magic,
Dawid, kurwa, widzisz to? O chuj.
but instead witnessed their kingdom fall to ash,
O chuj.
darkness, and ruin. Another thing we've heard from you all is that it sucks if you missed your chance to get a Prestige skin for your main. Maybe you took a break from League or just didn't have the time to get Prestige Arcade Caitlyn. When the new Mythic Shop launches, you'll finally have a second shot to unlock past Prestige skins. Each month, the Mythic Shop will
Oh.
feature a new set of unvaulted Prestiges.
Ciekawe.
You won't find the newest Prestige skins here, but once they've been out for at least a year, any Prestige can show up in the shop. There's also a special call-out for 2018 and 2019 Prestige skins. Back then, once an event ended, those skins were only available through a lucky loot roll. There was no end-of-year chance to unlock them with Prestige points. We're going to bring back Prestige skins from 2018 and 2019, but to recognize the investment of the OG owners, we're creating an updated version of each of these skins, which will be free for everyone who already owns them.
O,
The
zajebiście.
updated version won't be available in the shop, and it's just a way for us to acknowledge your early commitment. We've heard that Prestige skins sometimes feel like fancy gold chromas that just aren't worth the grind. So shortly after the new Mythic Shop opens, we're going to be buffing the time and effort we put into Prestige skins. This includes a unique splash art and brand new VFX, and other ways to accessorize your Prestige skin that'll be released this year. Finally, we're also introducing a new feature called Loot Milestones, which give you bonus rewards from opening set amounts of loot. There are two types of milestones on the way. One is a repeatable track that you can complete over and over by opening Masterwork chests. The other is a one-time track with an exclusive Prestige skin at the end of it, and is only available alongside smaller events without event passes. Our goal with all of these changes is to make League's Mythic content better for everyone, in terms of clarity, choice, and rewards. There's a lot more detail
True.
than what I'm mentioning here, so we'll also be releasing an explainer where you can dig into the nuts and bolts of everything.
Imo good!
There are no plans for League of Legends 2. So we're committed to updating the game over time as part of a
Czy to kurwa ma być tego... szpilka w Overwatch? W 2?
broader effort.
I bo jak nie było to...
Your favorite
No,
champion.
jakby było to
Last
200
We
IQ.
shipped a major update to Caitlyn, modernizing her base skin, animations, and VFX, as well as most of her
Skóry
skins and
champion?
splashes. This year, we'll be focusing on Ari, one of our older yet most popular champs in League. She doesn't have back animations, and the animations that she does have just feel extremely dated. Not only for her
W sumie
base
dobrze.
skin, but for all epic skins that use this same foundation. You can expect to see a Caitlyn level update for Ari later this year. That's all I've got for today. Wait, you didn't seriously think I'd leave without showing you some of our skins and thematics that we're working on, did you?
No to
Over
czekamy!
the years, we've listed out champions that haven't gotten a skin in more than 1,000 days, called the 1,000 Day Club. That list is pretty short today, but we want it to be gone for good. Now, I'm sure there's somebody out there furiously writing up a post in Gangplank main saying, Riot literally hates this champ. But hold up, let's look at the list of champs that are going to see some love.
Dajcie.
Gangplank, Fiddlesticks, Rek'Sai, Trundle, Rel, Orianna, and the Donger. Of course, there will be more that aren't listed, but if you're starting for a
Krótka ta
skin,
lista.
hang in there. We know that you're counting the days, and we are too. Now, in terms of thematic,
Ale Heimer dostał
we're using a
skina.
few popular ones this
Mimo
year,
niedawno.
like High Noon, Star Guardians, and Bees.
O kurwo!
We're always
Będę mainować Orianę, pierdolę to.
looking for opportunities to bring back older universes in new ways.
Holy shit!
Found some inspiration looking
Oh,
at an old
shit.
standalone skin and reimagining it in a world that could exist today. Set in a near future, dying Earth, humanity faces resource shortages and the deadly invasion of an ancient high-tech army. In one final attempt to save themselves, the world bands together to create their only hope for survival. A superpower warrior armed with incredible technology, the Battle Bunny. Anima Squad has everything you
What the fuck? What? What happened?
expect to see in a futuristic
What
thematic,
happened?
like sleek high-tech armor, powerful warriors, and cute animals. You'll also see a familiar face return in a new state-of-the-art outfit. Speaking of revamping old skins and thematics, we need your help choosing which thematic we should modernize next. Similar to what we did with Filmy. So this week, you can vote for which thematic you want to see revamped the most, from Infernal, Gothic, or Arclight. Infernal is all about fire as a power fantasy. If we were to reignite this thematic, we'd want to deepen or expand what that fantasy looks like. Gothic is a thematic that we haven't touched in a decade, before thematics were even really a thing. So we'd really want to create a universe for it, on par with today's skin lines.
Ale to są fioletowe.
And finally, there's Arclight. If Arclight wins, we'd want to magnify its core themes of divine light, justice, and order to make it feel even grander. You can vote for which thematic you'd most like to see revamped in the League client this week. Just like last year, even if the thematic you chose doesn't win,
Udostępnię wam. Jeśli będzie od razu, to udostępnię wam
Monster
linka.
Gamers, the
do tego.
third place in last year's thematic vote, will be coming out later this year. Finally, our first new thematic of the year will be a celebration of the Lunar New Year. Porcelain blends elegant traditional
To jest
imagery
zajebisty
with the
skin.
ferocity and power of the tiger. In addition to porcelain, we're also going to be revisiting a well-loved favorite this year. All right, fam. That's it for today. I can't express enough how thankful I am that I
Dzięki.
get to be here and
Dzięki.
represent the hard work of our teams. The only reason we're able to continue to invest into League year over year is because of you and your support. Thanks for playing.
Dzięki za te skiny. Dobra. Został nam ostatni temat i mój ulubiony. E-sport. Mój ulubiony skład.
Hi, I'm Nazala Taha, Global Head of LoL Esports, and welcome to the 2022 season. Pro players around the world are busy preparing for another exciting year of competition.
Czekajcie, kurwa, co taka niska jakość? Przepraszam bardzo, ale...
And we're coming off a pretty incredible ride together in 2021. We saw some fresh faces assert their dominance on the spring and summer stages.
Ale
with
zajebista
100
muza.
Thieves winning their first LCS trophy, and Mad Lions starting a wild run with their LEC win in the spring.
Yes.
It wasn't all new defending champions though. EDG, DK, and PSG Talent also came out on top in their leagues, while teams like Red Canids Kalunga, Galatasaray, and Peace made their world's debut. After a COVID-related hiatus in 2020, last year's MSI was our most successful one to date, with RNG's triumph over DK hitting a record-breaking MSI peak viewership of over 23 million.
No.
We missed you, MSI. Welcome back. And of course, we culminated the season with another unforgettable Worlds. We got to see legends rise, rookies make their marks, and the greatest of our sport remind us that just that. The fact that we got to do silver scrapes 4 times in the knockout stage says it all. The finale between 2020 world champions Damwon Kia and Edward Gaming will no doubt go down in LoL Esports history as
No,
one of
to
the most
prawda.
epic
Najbardziej,
showdowns.
najbardziej wyrównane spotkanie, jeśli o to chodzi.
With EDG's phenomenal wins celebrated by millions in China and around the world.
Ja też 400 zł wyjebałem.
I'm excited and humbled to report that for the 10th year in a row, we beat our viewership record for Worlds.
Nice.
You, our community, you fuel LoL Esports, and we cannot thank you enough for your energy, your insights, and your passion as we collectively continue to grow the sport we love. Now let's talk about our 12th season. After a very exciting off-season, rosters are set, 100+ teams around the world are gearing up, and our 12 regional leagues are ready to kick things off. To get ready for the first split of 2022, we sat down with 5 pros from around the world to find out what they're each aiming to accomplish this season. The full series will be released soon, but we have a sneak peek for you today. Let's take a look.
They earned their spot to be here. All of that practice, all of those scrims, they are immediately my favorites for the title already. And we got a banger to start ourselves off.
Legendary like all my idols, coming for it all, and I can't wait. Success just called and I got me a date, so I grabbed my ambitions and I'm on my way. Cross the wrong line and it's bad news, might get burnt like a candle. We too hot to handle. World at my feet like a sandal. I only move when I plan to. Your moves could get canceled.
In the end, it was themselves they had to overcome, their own mistakes, their own demons.
And finally, we are thrilled to have North America host Worlds this year. We're getting ready for a true continental tour as we head to Mexico City, then on to New York City, Toronto, and finally land in San Francisco for the finals. We'll have more to share in the coming months, so stay tuned. That's the latest for LoL Esports. Matches kick off next weekend. The hype is real, and we thank all the fans, pros, teams, and partners for joining us for what will undoubtedly be another amazing season.
Czeka nas, kochani, wspaniały rok League of Legends. Kurwa. Ale to chyba najlepszy wykonany film z tej 4. I ogólnie to koniec. To na razie koniec tego odcinka. Muszę to zmontować, wrzucić na kanał, więc to prawdopodobnie użycie ten film 10. Możliwe. Robię się jak najszybciej, jak będę mieć dobry internet, ok? Dobra. Trzymajcie się ciepło i do zobaczenia, guys. Jeszcze zapomniałem, że wyszło coś takiego jak The Call i musiałem to dograć. No. Zapraszam do oglądania. The Call. Potężny Orn. Zajebista kreska. A on sobie na spokojnie kuje w bronie. Trochę jak Siri wygląda ta Sejuani. A ta Talia, kurna, to akurat mi się nie podoba. Biedna końca. Trochę Warriora mi to przypomina, aczkolwiek też styl taki nordycki jest. Siema, Ord.